Hi guys, in chapter 6 we read about teams, and on Friday Maya's toolkit was about teacher-based teams, and today mine is IEP teams. So in chapter 6 we read about student-centered teams, and special education team is the third type of a student-centered team. This is also known as an IEP team. Who is involved? The list of who is involved is based on the IDEA guidelines. A parent is involved, the representative of the school district who is knowledgeable about special and general education services, the general education teacher, special education teacher, psychologist, student, other specialists whose expertise may be needed to evaluate the student and plan programs to meet his or her unique needs. So, why do we have an IEP team? An IEP team exists to make decisions about a student's eligibility for special education and the nature of the services to be provided. What do? Their purpose is to determine a student's eligibility for special education and related services and, if appropriate, developing an IEP, which is an individualized education program. They have the responsibility for planning, monitoring, and evaluating the provision of the special services. What else do? They gather and review information about referred students and determine whether additional assessment is needed. And this is important to note that if an assessment is carried out, the team reviews the results and determines four things. One, whether the student has a disability that interferes with his or her ability to progress in the general curriculum. Two, whether the student requires special education or related services. Three, what goals, and in some cases objectives, should be set to address the student's unique needs. And four, which setting is most appropriate for the student's education. So, collaboration. IEP teams meet up annually to review the student's progress and make adjustments in the individualized program. With that being said, with the meeting and meeting up so frequently, you're going to be talking and writing and sharing ideas and sharing advice, so collaboration is key with an IEP meeting and team. Members on an IEP team combine their knowledge, experience, and commitment to design an educational program that helps the child to be involved in and progress in the general education curriculum. That is the same curriculum as for the child without disabilities. The entire premise of an IEP team is that each of the professionals' participation brings unique and valuable perspectives that enhance planning. So below, kind of a picture that I thought represented an IEP team pretty well. Each person is a different color because there's different people on these IEP teams, and that they have a puzzle piece because they bring something different to the table. Advantages of IEP teams. They have diverse skills, so an IEP team is full of individuals who bring a different skill to the table, just like the picture I just showed you. They're efficient and have high quality outcomes. The process of group communication might lead to decisions and changes in perspectives that would not be possible in one-on-one communication. And four, team members can be expected to develop a high level of interpersonal trust and thus more respect for one another. As trust grows, so too does a sense of community among team members. So for disadvantages of IEP teams, there wasn't a lot that I found. This idea of power relationship that someone on the team could just think that they have more power than someone else. They are time consuming because you meet so frequently or annually that it could take up a lot of time depending on how many you have too. And then team members might not have the common time available as a result of their complex and varied schedules. So, successful collaboration in IEP teams. These are just some tips that I thought could help to have successful collaboration. Just like teacher-based teams, to have successful collaboration with your IEP team, you need to be able to have direct communication. There are a lot of people on an IEP team, so having direct and clear communication is important. Another thing, that consideration of all viewpoints of the student within the group and professional knowledge of each member of the team. The third thing, which I think is really important, is organization. Having your stuff together before the meeting is probably one of the most important things for an IEP team because you're each bringing something different. And then four, mutual goals. You're ultimately here for the student, so being able to set a mutual goal, I think, is key for successful collaboration. Again, collaboration is key for IEP teams. I don't know how many times I can say it, but additional resources. Here I listed 5 on the toolkit. I give more detail for you if you want to look at them. I just want to touch note on that the Center for Parent Information and Resources and then the Kids Health, those websites are great that provide information for parents if they want additional information about either IDEA or IEP teams or just an IEP in general. And then I also want to note that the study.com is a great resource because it has a quick video about what an IEP team is, who's on it, what do they do, and just information like that. So that's a great little study thing. And then that is it. So thank you for watching.